This is Pamela with Junk Journal Newbies, and I am going to start on a new journal that I'm hoping to make a little bigger than the last one I made. And I had taken this book apart, which was a cool book, you can tell because of all this cool flower imagery. But anyway, and then I'm going to make a new spine, and I'm going to cover it with a preliminary cover to see how I like it. And I might change it, I don't know. But first I need to get rid of some of this stuff right here, this extra stuff right here. Thanks for joining. Hi, Amy. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Ashley. Okay, so first things first. Welcome to Junk Journal Newbies. I'm going to cut this stuff off. Get this all off of here. Come on. Clean it up a little bit. Let's see. Hello, thanks for joining. It's nice to have you here. All right, a little on this side. Okay. Let's move that over here. And I gotta clean this one up too. Hi, thanks for joining. I'm just going to make a new junk journal cover out of this book that I had taken apart. I'm going to use the cover of it to make my new cover. So you can see how that goes. This is just one way to do it. There's so many ways to do these things. Pretty much anything in junk journaling, there's a lot of ways to do them. I just want to get that little piece. Okay. I don't want to cut myself with that thing. Okay, that's fine. Hi, thanks for joining everyone. Okay, so I have this. And so these are going to be, it's going to be a nice size journal. It's about 7.5 by 11.5. Nice big journal. So that'll take me a little while. Plus I want to make it wide. So let's see, how wide should I make it? Let me just take a look. If I started right there, that would be 4 inches. So just want to mark that. That's, how big is this? It's like 8.5. So let's see. I'll line this up here. Move that out of the way. If I put it on 8, and then I put it on 12, that would be 4 inches, right? So what I'm going to do is glue this down. It's a little large, so I'm going to cut a little bit of it down. It doesn't need to be that big. I'm just going to cut off. Just maybe 1.5 inches, I think. I don't want it to be too thin. So, hi everybody, thanks for joining. Welcome. Glad you found me today. It's nice to have company. Please feel free to ask any crafty questions. Hi, Crafty Bunny. Thanks for joining. Okay, so then back to my, I'm going to do it this way, so help me keep it measured right. So let's see. Okay, and then let's measure this again. I like it there. And then I'm just going to glue. Right about here. it to be even. Okay. That's pretty actually. So this is going to be the back at the moment. I'm going to use it as the back. And then I have this paper that I really like. And I'm going to try that first, okay? So I'm going to have to use 2 pages because it's clearly not big enough. Make sure this is even. Okay. So now I'm going to let me see how I'm going to do this. Scooch you in there a little bit. I'm going to need these clips because there's not a lot of room around it, so. Let's see if we can do it this way. The other thing I could have done is I could have just covered this with fabric, which I may end up doing anyways, but I do like this paper, so hopefully this paper will work out. But I need it to hold it. I need to hold it down for a minute, you know. And then now on this side it looks like that. That's pretty. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here and glue it down all the way around. And this will help hold this down too, so that's cool. Alright, just kind of knock it down a little. Here. It's really pretty actually. Okay. And then I want it to go over to here. So how far does that go to? Like about right there. Okay. Knock it down a little. Okay. this will be a covered spine in the end, so the fact that this is not, this is going to show, it doesn't matter, because in the end it's not going to show at all. So it's going to be about, I don't want it to be all the way over, so maybe right in there will work. Start over here. Thank you all for watching and hanging out. It's nice to have you there. Okay, knock it down a little. All the way out to the outside. Okay, now make sure that's lined up. It's a really pretty cover. And it'll be better when it's decorated. So maybe to right here. Yes, I could have cut that off and might have had a little bit of this paper left, but it's okay. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of a stronger spine. Okay, so now have that. Slide a little. Okay. I thought I had it lined up, but it wasn't quite lined up. I wonder if I can. Not really. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. See if these are sticking. I think so. Now I can use them for the other side. All right. Okay. Then I'll glue this down. Come on. Right. I like to do this, but had to stop because I was so... I know. I have a lot of craft paper built up over time. So, and I have a lot of fabric, so I can go back and forth. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Margie. Thanks for joining, everybody. Sorry if I missed you. There's a lot of people popping in and out. Okay. That's too small. Okay. And then we'll let that dry. This side's down, so that's good. And then we're going to have to tell it where we want it to be on here, right? And over here. So now we have a 4-inch spine. This is going to be a big, beautiful one. I'll take a little while, which is nice also. Oh, 1 second, I gotta get my charger hooked up to the laptop. Watch out, Missy, I gotta get the charger. Watch out, just gotta get the charger. All these little dogs down here, always wherever I'm at. Alright, let's plug this guy in. Forgot to bring the charger over. Okay. Stop it. Alright, and then I'll have to do the ends. And you see how there's not a lot? And that's okay, because even if that doesn't cover well enough, it won't matter, because I'll be putting something in here anyway, covering it up. Oh, I'm tired already. Okay, so now I have this, right? That's fine. But I will tuck it up as much as I can. So I think these are done over here. Doesn't take very long for this glue to set, so. I'm just making a junk journal cover. It's a nice size one too. It's going to be 4-inch spine, 12 inches tall, and 8 inches wide, I guess. All right. I hate it when I get a booger of glue there. All right. All the way down. And then I'll probably need these. Just start putting them on here. Hold that down for a minute or so. And then I have this middle section. Okay. This is just one way to do a cover. There's so many ways, but I thought I'd just do one like this real quick. Now, there's not quite enough room over here, but that's okay. I'll just do it the best that I can. Okay. Let's see if this doesn't take long. Okay. And then get some down here. Okay. I'll just start holding it down. That one's coming up. That one's not quite dry yet. That's okay. Put a couple more clips back up here. How's everybody doing today? Crafting? Okay, and then start holding this other part down right there. Get on there. Okay, that's good. Thanks everybody for hanging out, visiting. So good to have everybody here today. Just trying to get a new cover started for my new junk journal. I just randomly grabbed this cover that I had used from when I took the pages out of here not all that long ago. And now I just want to get that over there. Just the best I can is good enough, you know? So, just hold that down. Alright, let's see. Okay, so this one's not wanting to stick as well as I would like. That's okay. Alright, so now it's really a pretty cover already without even adding anything, but this lets me have time to decide if I want to cover it with, and this is fine. I'm going to do a covered spine anyways. I seem like I always do. It'll be cute no matter which way. And if I decided I didn't like it, I could cover it with fabric, which I don't really want to do because I love this fabric, or this paper. So, alright, then I have this side to do. I might need to get some more clips. Okay, that's fine. Here's some big ones. What about some smaller ones? Oh gosh. Here's a few. Okay. I need to get a drink. I am never drinking enough. Okay. So, I'm going to just cut this a little. And then I'm going to go along and fold this up. How's everybody doing today? Hi everybody. Thanks for joining. Alright, and then I'm going to cut over here. Just okay, let's see. There we go. Then use these ones. Alright. glue this down. Okay. Hold that down. I'll just let me see. That's fine. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. I think this will be the biggest one I've made yet. In terms of like height and all that. There you go. All right. Maybe this one will work. Okay, and then these should be, where was I? I think it's these ones that should be good now. And then I can use these. These are a little too big, but I can use these right over here on this side. Oh, all right, let's see. Glue that down, okay, and then maybe that'll help. And that's good. Okay. Thank you for the hearts. That was so sweet. Okay. Oh, I love it when you give me those wonderful hearts. Okay. Where is it? There it is. A couple more. Little one will go right in there. And this one. Oops, it's just a tiny little spot to grab right there. But it'll work. I'll get it. Okay. Let's try this guy. Oops. This one. See that little thing? That can go. Okay. So now we just need this to dry a little bit and then decide how many signatures need to go in there. just want to try to glue this one again. Maybe I'll try this and see, since it's such a little area, maybe this will help. Yeah, I think it will. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's helping. That's cool. Now, that's great. And then I always cover the inside with something also, so I need to figure that out. Thank you, Carol, for saying it's a nice book. I think it's going to be pretty when it's done. It's going to be huge, that's for sure. Okay. I wonder if this is what I should use. Maybe a little bit lighter. Keep looking. Is that the same as this? That's darker. What about something like that? That's so pretty. It's kind of off pink or something. How big are these? Too small. What's this? It's kind of cool, but it's not big enough anyway. Oh my, I've been doing all these things. This is pretty. It's not big enough over. It's big enough on that side, I think, but not on that side. Come on. Oh, maybe this. I think this will work. Okay. I love this color. It's just off-white a little bit, which will go nicely, I think. Oopsie. So, I think I'm going to put something on here also. Another piece of that cardstock. So, maybe like an inch, and it's 4, so 6 inches. So, where's my ruler? There it is. Oh, come on. And I'll take off about right here. And see how that looks. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. But It's about an inch on each side. Anyway, I think these are fine now. These can stay on a little longer. Put that down. Thank you for hanging out for a while, everybody. Okay. And then, let's see if I can take that one off. Because I need about that much room, right? Alright, so actually I should glue the whole thing, right? Alright, let's make sure the outside is glued down. Okay. Alright, so now we've got this. That's cool. And then I am going to measure this and put in here. Oh, see, I'll have to cover those because you can see through. That's fine, I don't mind. I have some paper over here, just need to get it. Okay. Sorry that I'm not especially happy with it. Alright, so I have this super ugly green paper, but if I turn it over you can't tell, so I can use it for this. But I do need these to dry a little, so let's see. This side is dry enough. Okay, you love the green, that's so funny. I'm just like, I'm not a green or orange person at all, so let's see. I'm going to have to cut some of it off because probably in there, which is like, what, an inch or something? I don't know, like, I think about an inch off of this side. fine with that. Okay. So now I'm just gonna go around. Get this glue on there. I don't want it seeping through, so okay. Okay. And then this side should be good by now. This glue down, and then I can put the other cover on here. Fabric inside. Okay. Just gotta cover this beautiful flower stuff up, which I like. Oh, I forgot to cut it. Just do that real quick. Just 1 inch. Doesn't really matter actually because I'm covering that up, so it's fine. Just have to think out loud. Alright, so far we have this. Alright. And this. Gotta train it. How we want it to go. And then get down there. And I'll be covering it with this. So let's see. So maybe right in here. To get started, I will rip this down. If it'll rip. Oh, good. I love it when it rips. Okay. Back over there. Okay. So now we have that. guess that's fine. I'm going to need to cut some of this off. It's going to go somewhere in there. So somewhere right here. Narrowing it down. Hi everybody, thanks so much for joining. It's so nice to have you. I've just been building this junk journal cover. And I've got this far, so far. And I'm going to put this in here, but it's too big, see? So, it's still too big. You know, if I wasn't on live, I probably would iron this, but I don't really think it'll matter anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and skip it. Okay. Have it kind of coming out to the end, and in the end I'll probably put a border around it at some point, but I still need to cut off a little bit. Alright, I hope I got it close enough. These pieces can go. All right, in the trash. Okay, so now I'm just going to, it's still a little big. Okay, I think it'll work. All right, let's start over here. And you know, I usually decorate the outside as the, I don't know, ideas come little bits at a time. I'll start doing things, or sometimes it's mostly all the way till the end when I figure it out. Sometimes you just never know when inspiration will strike. Oh my goodness. Sticking to me. All right, so then that looks good. That'll be pretty. My stomach is growling. Oh, I got glue glob going on. Hi everybody, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm just putting a cover together for my next journal because I just finished the pink one. I want to knock it down because I don't want it to bleed through. And I'm going to do this carefully, just a little bit at a time on this one. All right. How's everybody doing today? All right. Just trying to get my creativity on before I run out of energy, which is what's been happening lately, is I keep running out of energy, and then I don't have enough to do anything. Okay. All right, come on. Get over here. Now I have glue on the tips of my fingers, so everything wants to stick. Which is fine, except for the stuff I don't want to stick, and then that's not fine, right? All right. Making the cover is really not that hard. You're just attaching the different things that you like. Getting the signatures lined up is a little bit more challenging for me. But I get it. See, I'm already getting tired. Alright, I want to make sure I get a good amount of glue right here, and this is where the spine will bend. Back and forth. Make sure this is good to go. Knock that down. If you don't knock it down, sometimes it'll show right through. And then you got to figure out how to make that look better, right? Actually, I think I have to move that up a little. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Oops, not that. There. All right, I'm getting there. Okay. All right. Try to get all those wrinkles out. Those won't really show anyway, those little wrinkles, because they're going to be covered up with the signatures, so it's fine, okay. Come on, be nice. My stomach is going crazy. Come on. All right. I will have to do something with this area, but I'll get to that later. All right, so now I have it's hot. Get a little drink. There, that's better. All right, so we have an inside. I'll fix this. See, that didn't line up correctly. It's good on the bottom, but on the top it's kind of not. But that's okay because I'm going to put a trim around anyway. So, you know, like, I don't know, something like this or whatever. So you won't see that. Just have to decide which one. Let's see. If I was to use this one over here, how would it look? Let's see. That would be pretty, actually. Look at that. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Well, I got to make sure I have enough of this particular one first, which I may or may not. I don't know. Let's see. From here to there, and then from there to there, and down to here. Ooh, I just barely have enough. All right, so now it's pretty. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna start down here. And then I'll just go around. Okay. And then all the way over. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay. I'm going to do it like this. All the way down. And then delicately. All right. Look how pretty that looks. I love it. Okay, and then keep going. Start right here, maybe. And okay. My tea out of the way. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. What's everybody up to today? Is anybody else out there crafting? Crafting while you're hanging out? I do that all the time. When I'm crafting, I'm either doing this live or I'm watching my favorite junk journal creators. Okay. I just like to hear other people creating when I'm creating. Anyway. So, there's that. Okay. That needs to dry, and I can cut this little piece off and save it for a cluster. You're lacing a Victorian book? That's so cool. You're working on some organizing in your craft room while you're watching? That's awesome. All right. It's so nice to just be in the crafty experience, even if you're doing other things, not exactly what the person on the online is doing. That's what I like. Sometimes I listen while I'm making dinner, and then I'm like, wait, what did she just say? I need to go back and see what she just did. Okay, I have a little bit left. Oh, you're a total newbie? Hi, Lynette. You're sitting at work watching me craft, working on some accounts. Oh, that's so nice. See, I do that kind of stuff too. It's usually making dinner or something like that since I'm here. So now I have this, and it looks pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but that little thing sticks out. So it looks pretty on the outside, and then it's covering up my little boo-boos or whatever on the inside. And then now it just needs to dry, and I should figure out how many signatures I want in here. I might do, I don't know. I'm like, should I just do four signatures? I think I might. Let that dry. Thank you. Are you going to sew in your signatures? Yes, but at first I need to now figure out what my signatures are going to be. This book will be in this color scheme, so pinks and vintage and maybe blues, because I have some blue in here. I don't know. And that kind of thing. Okay, so a signature is a grouping of papers that you put together and you put them in the book and you sew them in the book, and that's called a signature. So usually signatures are often, not always, but often, I don't know, 10 to 15 pages per signature. I normally use 12. in my signatures, and I'll do 4 signatures. So you'll have you'll have both sides of all of those pages when you're done. Oh, you just did your first one with a cardboard box and a paper sacks, and let me tell you, I struggled. I know. I find like the hardest part, especially when you're new, is sewing in the signatures. That's usually the hardest part. It was for me anyway. And of course I'm not the same as everyone else, but it was hard for me I felt very like, I started like a year and a half ago, and at that time I felt very overwhelmed at the thought of even doing signatures, and so I found out about doing altered books, and so I did those. I did one of those, and I did an altered old day planner that I had, and a couple other things like that before I sewed signatures into a book, and I was trying, and it was frustrating, and so then I was like, okay, I need a break. So I took a break, and then I tried again, and I finally got them in. And, oh, you use dental floss? That's a great idea. I use waxed thread, but dental floss is basically like the same thing, so that works. And my struggle is always lining them up correctly and not having one too close to the other and this one too far apart and this one like this or whatever. So that's the hard part for me anyway. But I do have a lot of paper over here. I'm going to grab some and see if I can make some signatures with them. Just what I have laying over here. A few things. This other stuff that won't work as signatures for sure in the way, so remove that stuff, like cardstock, which I don't want to use for signatures. Here's a few things. Put these over here. Alright, let's see. Keep trying, you will get better and it becomes easier. However, I do a Temu haul. Yes, it looks hard, so using Dollar General sketchbooks and making spreads practice. I know. It just takes a little practice. I've gotten a lot better at it, but I still don't feel like I'm definitely perfect at it, but I definitely have gotten better. So let's see. I'm going to need bigger pages because this book is bigger, right? So my pages could be, what did I say this was, a 8 by 11 or something? Yeah, they can be all the way up to, let's say, an 8 by 11 and a half at the biggest. So that is not going to be a problem because I'm not going to have a lot of pages that big. Oh, I'm so sleepy. So let's see. I have this. I have all these cool things. I need to, well, I'm going to be putting together some ephemera packs to mail out to some people that bought them on my Facebook group today. So I have some stuff ready for that. So let's see, how tall, for example, is this page? Loving the bigger book. I know, I just thought, I'm going to do a big one. This community of junk journaling people is by far amazing, ladies. The ultimate goal is to learn how to make a waterfall. Oh yeah, I haven't done one of those. I've seen them. They've become very popular lately. Yeah, this page will work. And then, oh, I don't want that. I don't want that on there. And there's some stuff from where I tore it off, and I don't want that to show, so I'm just gonna. Okay. Don't be so disorganized. Okay. Now let's see how long it'll be when I fold it. What size are you working with? Well, this page, this book is an 8 by like 11 or something like that. And this page is actually 10 by 12 or whatever. So I'm going to see if I fold this in half, how big will it be? It's cool. Anyway, I think I like it this way better. So this will be a little more challenging because of the size. It'll be interesting to find pages that'll look good in here. So that'll work. Okay, so that's there. That'll be like that, right? So bigger than this is fine. And smaller is also fine, right? Let me see what I have. This is the cover to this awesome book that I had, which this came out of. And I think I'm going to use it in here. I'm just going to cut this. I think it'll be the center of one of the signatures, right? That'll be kind of cool looking. So I'm going to go with 12 pages per signature. So this will be like this, actually, when it's in there. Okay. And then when you get to that page, you'll open it and it'll be like, oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So here's 2 pages. What's this one? Oh, this is cool. I know, that might have been part of this. I wonder if that'll come off. Oh well, I'll cover it up. Let me cut that weird edges off. When I don't understand is how you guys insert those doilies in your signatures with the eyelets. Huh. I've inserted doilies in my signatures. And I know how to use the eyelets, but I haven't done them in the way that I think you're explaining. I'd have to see a picture and then I might be able to tell you. I love the vintage artwork. I love vintage, so I'm going to be looking for 12 pages each. So that would be 44 pages total. And then I'll have to decide, that'll work too, how I want to distribute them, right, through the book, you know. Sometimes I leave this weird edge on and sometimes I take it out, so, oops, lost my light. I've officially lost it. Oh, it came unplugged, I think. Nope, I don't know. Anyway, it's still wide enough. Okay, so what do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. These are just kind of junk papers I have here. This will work fine in here. That'll be 5. This is too white compared to this, so I don't really want to use it. This is like an off-white, so that kind of works. These things, no. That's kind of cool. So what did I say I had? So I have 5. Oh, I like this. This will work. Six. 7, 8, much about how many of them are blank and how many of them aren't and whatever. So, what did I say, 9, 10? I keep losing track. Yeah, well, I'll count them in a minute. Just get some. I love this page, but it's kind of bent right there. I don't know. I like it anyway. I'm going to use it. Okay. And then this is just a cool blank page. So I'll use that too. Oh, this is nice. How much smaller is it? I think it'll work. Alright, now I'm going to have to start counting again because I kind of have one of those packets ready to go and I'm going to use that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, not that, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. How long have I been doing junk journals? 25, I think I said. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I came across junk journals. I have 30, so a year and a half ago, and I found them on YouTube or something. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40, 41. Okay. 41. 42. 42. 43. And 44. Okay, so these are going to be my pages. And now I need to close that thing. This one is really cool. So that's going to be one. And I can put a smaller one. 3, 4, 5. Let's see. So a big one, a smaller one. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So maybe it might be one packet. Now I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It can be 12. Let's see. All right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That might work. And then this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't count right. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So there's all the signatures. And then, alright, so this one's going to be first. And this one's going to be second and third. And then I try to line them up. So I've got to fold them all in half. Hi Wanda, thanks for joining. I'm just putting put a book together, the cover, and then now it'll be the signatures. And actually, let's just do it like this real quick. Fold them in there. Some of them I'm going to have to cut a little bit of those things off. That's fine. So this is going to be like a, sort of like a shabby vintage. Did you know that someone did a copyright on shabby chic, so you're not allowed to use it? Hi Joy, thanks for joining. Hi everyone. Alright, so we just went through and made a cover and now picked some pages for the signatures. I'm going to do 4 signatures in this book. I'm trying to leave extra room in there because I always make them way too stuffed because I never know when to stop. And I like to do more and more and more, and even the way they are, I still want to do more. But anyway, I had to stop myself and try to control myself a little bit, which I didn't at all on my last one. So this one I'm hoping I won't go crazy and make it too fat. I like to just kind of hold these down a little so they don't move around too much when I'm trying to decide where they're going to go. So then this one, oops, it didn't stay very well. Oh, I want to cut that off because I don't like that. So sometimes I'm okay with those weird edges, but I don't know, right now I don't want it, so. That one doesn't want to come off. All right. Let's see, where does that one go? Okay. You patented your corset pillows? That's cool. Okay, that one's bigger. Oh, but I want to cut that off a little. Just a little cleaning up. That's so cool. All right. Where am I on this? Maybe I'll try this instead. No, it's gonna move. Okay. All right. That one's fine. And this one. Oh, I missed some comments. Why is it so relaxing, the whole process of making a junk journal? I don't know, but I totally agree with you. That's one reason why I love it. It's just, maybe it's just the whole playing with papers thing. I've loved playing with papers since I was little, like young elementary school. I used to go into the stationery part of the whatever, drugstore or grocery store, and just awe and all the cool things they had in there, you know. Okay. I think I'll cut that little bit off. Watch how you orientate your papers, make sure they're the way you want them. And then I think I'll cut that too. Sometimes it just looks better. Okay. Oh, that is not cutting very well. That did not work. Many years ago, your daughter and you did scrapbooking. I used to do that too. I love paper crafts. I enjoy using my Cricut to make paper cards and characters, stands, flowers. I never got into the vinyl stuff too much. I didn't either. Not yet, anyway. Okay, all these pieces. Right. I used to make cards, and I used to use my Cricut machine, and I used to do scrapbooks and all kinds of different crafts actually, and that's one thing I like about this is I can use almost anything I've ever used to craft before in my junk journals. So that makes it fun, and I never get bored because I just switch to another part of junk journaling if I feel like I'm getting bored of something. Okay, and then this, right? I'm just going to put a clip on here. You saw on YouTube when a lady baked the paper in the oven. Oh yeah, I don't bake mine in the oven because I'm too scared I'm going to burn the house down. But I just dye them with my coffee dye, and then I lay them out to dry. Not everybody has room to lay them out to dry, and I totally get that. So one thing I hadn't done recently, I feel like I did it when I was really young, was cross-stitching. And so the other day I bought this little, just a small kit to see if I want to get back into it. You know, just try it and see if it grabs me or not. But I haven't started. I haven't started it yet. But I'm hoping that'll be something I can do on the couch when it's not, you know, because now when you're watching TV, it's getting so dark outside, so you can't just sit there in the light and still watch TV and craft and what have you. So I'm going to try that on the couch in the evenings. Oh, yes, I have to be doing something. I used to make woodcraft and stuff, and I have already turned away from wreath making and woodcrafts. How do you get all these papers? I go to the estate sales and thrift stores and flea markets and yard sales and all that kind of thing. You can do, there's some pretty cool like online estate sales, but the problem with those are that it costs a decent amount to ship some of that stuff, so you have to be, you know, kind of particular. But you can get a lot of cool books and stuff that you can take apart that someone will probably never use from the Goodwill, or even the dollar store has books you can buy to take apart. But I like to get all these random pages, and so I look at I always go to the thrift store when I have a chance, and I look at what kind of books, unique books they have, and then I do that at the estate sales too. So those are my favorite places for these kinds of actual vintage paper. Oh yeah, I tear apart the book. Yep. Some of these are just vintage papers from an estate sale, and some of them are from books that I have taken apart, and then I use the cover, like this one, to make a new book. And I use all the pages in my new books that I make, so nothing goes to waste, and it all gets a new life. Right? I'm going to go that way. Okay. Where am I? I'm confusing myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shut the door. Oh, okay, it's right there. I see. Okay. I use a blade. Yeah, that's the best way to get the pages out, is to use a blade. I use this one that I have here. books they'll kind of rip out easy, and others they definitely will not. But we have this thrift store here called ARC, and they usually have really cool, unique books and like old books, and they don't even charge an arm and a leg for like you would pay at an estate sale or something. And sometimes at estate sales, they don't have any idea that we want all these weird papers, and they just throw them away. So usually you can get them super cheap, because they're like, oh, I was just going to throw those out. You're like, oh, I'll take them. I'll take them off your hands. How many pages do I put? How many pages do you use per book? It depends on a lot of different things, but for this particular book that I'm making right now, I'm using 4 signatures, and because my spine is 4 inches thick, and I love to stuff my books with too many things because I never want to stop. But anyways, I usually do 12 pages in my signatures. I just made a book with 2 signatures, and I really overstuffed it. And both signatures had 12 pages. I've made them with just one signature. So it really just depends on what you're trying to do. But usually the standard is 12 or like 10 to, that did not cut right, 10 to 15 pages per signature, depending on if you're planning to stuff it like I do, then you use less pages. If you're planning to use it as more like a writing journal, this did not go well, then you use, more pages. A signature is a grouping of paper that you put together, or that is put together to sew into your book, and that makes the pages of your book. So, well, I think I'm going to leave that way and fix it later. Oh, I don't know. I just don't like it. What is the brand name of the cutting board that you're using? It looks pretty elite. I don't know, actually. My husband got me this one. Here it says Vantage Cutting Mat 24 by 18. I'm sure he just got it on Amazon or Temu. I really want to get that off of there. One more, and then I'll just cover it up with something in the book, if I have to. Okay. I doubt it's elite. He is not that kind of person to buy the elite thing, But he does get me pretty cool stuff. So, alright, so here's one. Can you repeat the brand? Thank you. Okay, it says Vantage instead of Vintage. It's Vantage Cutting Mat, and it's a 12 by 18 size. When you don't have one at all and see what... Oh, I know. I totally get it because I was there. I mean, a year and a half ago I wasn't doing this, and every single thing was new, and I didn't even understand any of the verbiage. I didn't know what anybody was talking about. I totally understand. Where you're coming from there. Totally understand. I thought a signature was the brand name of the paper. Oh yeah, I know. It's so funny. Like, I was like, what is every terminology? I was just like, I don't know what they're talking about. I've never heard of any of these things before. But I've learned a lot of them since I started. I don't know, I don't like that part. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you found my channel, Lynette. It's nice to see what other people do and how they do it. I still watch several people that I love. When I'm not crafting on live, I watch some of my favorite people usually on YouTube. Sometimes I watch people live on TikTok, but okay. I appreciate everyone's patience and kindness. You know what? The thing about it, Lynette, is that this group on here is usually new people, so you don't need to feel like that. And if you're not aware, I have a group on Facebook called Junk Journal Newbies, and also on YouTube and whatever, and all the other places. But the one on Facebook is pretty cool because it's a community where I started that group about, well, now it might be getting closer to 9 months ago, and we are at 9,600 people. I can't even believe it. But I chose this name because I knew how it felt when I was new and I didn't know anything, and I was like, I don't want to ask any questions in these groups because I feel like everybody knows everything and I'm going to look like a moron. So I made my own group, and I like it because it's a group where new people can feel comfortable asking the questions that they have. And people understand and expect people to be new and ask questions, you know, so my group is really nice and I keep it that way. And if we ever get snitty, snotty people in there, they don't last very long because we don't want that kind of vibe going on. So anyway, and we do a lot of like fun swaps and contests, and now we're doing some raffle things, which has been pretty fun for everyone. We're doing all kinds of stuff, but it's a pretty fun group and safe for us new people, right? You can find my group. I have a group on Facebook, and it's called Junk Journal Newbies, just like this name of this channel, and it's a really fun group, if that's what you're talking about. I also have, I'm on like every platform, but the group is really fun, so I encourage you to check it out if you're on the newer side, or if you like to help other people, feel free to join and check it out. I'm sure you'll like it. We have a great group of people. Alright. I wish that wasn't bent, but I guess that gives it character. Alright, well. You're welcome. Okay, and I'm going to put this one on the outside of this. That's 3 signatures put together, and all right. I think I'll take those off. What time is it? 12:15. And then when I get these ready, I'll be sewing them into the book using the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. That's what they call it. And they were saying that, and I was like, oh my God, that sounds so crazy hard. But it just takes a little bit of practice, and you'll figure it out. But when I do it on here, you'll see that I'm still sort of like, you know, my biggest part is lining everything up correctly. I always struggle with that part. Longtime scrapbooker started junk journaling in November. How do you like it? I'm addicted. But I'm like, whatever, at least it's a positive thing. If I could only do what I want to do all day, it would be making junk journal and junk journal related things. Oh, you're obsessed too. I know. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just so relaxing and satisfying. And you make something so beautiful when you're done. And you can make it any way you want. There's like no rules about it. It's so cool. You can, you know, use watercolors, paint, dye your papers, not dye them, use stickers, don't use stickers. I mean, so many different choices. There's no one saying this is the right way to do it. Because it's whatever way you choose is the way that you want to do it. That's the right way. Whatever you choose, right? I can just do it all day until my shoulders get too sore. And then I have to take a break, which I'm kind of getting to that point right now. I know, right? We've been hoarding and we didn't know why, and now we know. It's because we want to make all this stuff for our junk journal. So if you weren't on earlier, this is the cover that I made earlier in the video. And I will cover this spine. It'll be a covered spine when I'm done. And I just love it. I love this paper. I just love it. Thank you. Alright, so then, let's see. I'm going to just show you. These are going to be the pages of the book, right? And they'll sit in here like this. And then I still have room to stuff my pages and add all kinds of fun stuff to the edges because there's a lot of room on both sides here, which is great. So I can put a lot of lace and ribbon and hanging off things and all kinds of stuff. But I'm going to have to go because I'm getting some important calls coming in that I can see are coming through. I'm going to have to make some return calls. So I should be on here again tomorrow, and when I am, I plan to put these signatures into the book. So I really appreciate you hanging out with me, and please join me on Junk Journal Newbies if you can. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.